Hello, welcome and well met. Alright, that's gonna cause a lot of noise. Jingle jangles, jingle jangles. Alright, get my drawing glove here. Mess with the audio again. One of these days, I'll not have some sort of problem with my audio. A girl can dream. But okay. Oh, I need to mute this. Okay, muted. I don't need my cellular device going off in the midstream. That'd be kind of annoying, I think. Hopefully my pupper won't, because that's the only other problem. Okay. So today is a drawing stream, like I said in the title. So I'm going to be working on... I don't know, remember, I mean, people just say model, but that makes it kind of sound like I'm going to rig it, but I'm not going to do that. I don't have that set up so you can see me do Live2D, unfortunately. It's just going to be drawing. But it is going to be the art behind the that I use to make the Live2D model. So that'll be cool. All right, I'm gonna switch over. Alrighty. Yeah, that's looking okay. Everything's good. EDDD. I gotta move a bunch of things down. All right. Oh, I don't want to move that. I'm gonna be klutzy. It's not a stream by me if I'm not being klutzy. Ah, jeez. Is Leona streaming? Well, you can tell because she's being very klutzy. Oh well. Alright, I think I got it good now. I forgot to arrange all my windows so I can actually see things. Silly me. Alright, so as you can see, I've already worked on this a bunch. I'm working on shading. I need to fix that arm. That looks a little rough, so I'm going to take the blur tool here and blur a bit. Oop, no, maybe blend will work better. Blend's working better. Alrighty. This is what I want it to look like. Okay, that's not so harsh now. Yeah, that arm is fine. Alright. I haven't done this wristband. I'm clicking this tool because it's a select object. And when you get a lot of... when you get as many layers as you can see, this scrolls down a ways. I lose things. So I like using select object. It makes my life easier. Oop. Oh, right. I'm not on a drawing tool. It's going to do that. I forget. I actually want that one. This is closed. Did I just use dark? No, nearly dark. Nearly black, I mean. Nearly as dark as it can be. This is the top. So, okay. That's how it's going to look. And I'm just going to work on this as soon as I make it so I can only draw on the wristband because I don't want to draw off it because I'm doing shading. Alright, where's the edge? Blending in with the top. This is why shading's important. Shading and highlights let you distinguish between similar colored or the same colored items. That's how our eyes work in real life. Well, our brain processes things in real life is, I guess, a more accurate thing to say. Do I have a highlight for this? Yes, I do. I do have highlights. I don't remember. Don't remember what I have and don't have. Alright. Check one thing. Yeah, things are looking good. Alrighty. Actually, I'm gonna put that on another layer and add texture because this is supposed to be leathery, so I want it to be blotchy. I need to zoom in a bit, see what I'm looking at. Alright. I think that's okay. I'm gonna make it look lighter. Yeah, that should be good. About 20. And put that down. So that's on the same layer. There is a back piece because this is a Live2D thing, so I have to put that in case our arm moves around enough. I don't know if I'm actually going to use that, but we'll see. Okay. collar next. That's just that be it. Okay. Got my skin tones and I'm not on the right tool. Didn't actually click it. That's kind of annoying. I don't usually have that problem. Alright. The line in the middle is because it's in a mode, symmetry mode, which means I'll just draw whatever on the across the line because that's how I have it set up. You can make it set up for more and it'll make, I think the word is mandala. No, that might be a name. I might be getting confused. No, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I would have to look that up. My hands are busy drawing, so I'm not going to do that. This is very similar to that. I know this is a pinky color, but this is... Okay, so instead of doing that, I am going to do the blouse. Yeah, that's right there. Okay. I'm gonna make her head disappear. This might look creepy to some. That's face. Head. Click the one with the head. Oop. I don't want to rearrange that. Alright, and back to the blouse. Because I'm going to put... Yeah. I think that lighter... Oh, that's not highlight. Well, I'll use it as a highlight. Again. Use it as a highlight because, usually if you try to use the same colors over as highlights and shadows for other colors, it makes your design look more cohesive. Where is the... I should have a folder that's just the arm. Yeah. Arm's in the way, gotta move it because I need to draw behind it because this is going to turn into essentially a paper doll marionette. So I have to properly color what's behind it as well. Okay, that's right there. Oh, that's not over on this side. I'll have to fix that. That's okay. That's okay. It's a work in progress. This happens. Sorry if I sound a little rough as well. I was near my allergy and my throat's not happy. I'm so annoyed. To be honest, I don't even know if I sound how I normally do this whole time in streaming. Because the day before my debut, I ate a rice cracker. And then it set off my allergy. So I checked the allergy. Well, not allergy. Ingredients list. And sure enough, it listed chili powder on it. I'm just... Who puts chili powder on a rice cracker and doesn't label, like, it's not like a spicy flavored rice cracker? So I don't even know if this is how I'm going to normally sound. I'm gonna have anyone who's been paying attention be like, why do you sound different now? You sound different from how you first started. And it's not just because you're, like, speaking differently or anything. That's because my allergy was bugging me the whole time. You've never heard what I normally sound like because I've been affected by my allergy. It's a little annoying. But it's not too bad. So I think it's just I'm raspier than I would normally be. I'm not sure how to exactly describe it. Audio, vocals, all that sort of thing. It's not my strong suit, unfortunately, which is why I've been having so many problems. But I've also been able to at least do improvements if I can't outright fix it, so small victories, small victories. I guess I should say small victories are small victories. That would be it. Okay, so that's the whole shoulder. Sometimes I have to check. It's been a while since I've done work on this one. I actually started another model because I wanted to use this one, and if I worked on it at all, I would probably finish it off. But this is the one I was planning on doing for stream, so oopsie. Well, I say oopsie, but now I get to be forgetful because I haven't checked this in a while. But hey, more authentic experience. Any other artists out there who's like, oh geez, same. I don't work on something for a bit and then I forget the entire thing. Well, you're not alone. Though I don't forget entirely, but that's also why label your things. Layers, that is. Label your layers. Because goodness, for the good of the world, it makes life easier. Alright. Want more shadow down here. Because this is going to be behind. I don't know what this part's going to be called. The bodice? No, it's not the bodice. That's something akin to a shirt. I do know clothing terms somewhat. I've been learning more. Like, I know what a short waist is. I know what a tailor-made is. You're probably like, oh, it's just something made by a tailor. Nope. Nope, it's not. Tailor-made is a jacket with like a front panel in the front. Okay, modern day jackets, you know how they close over and the fold over the two sides? Well, tailor-made jacket doesn't do that. There's a panel in the front. So you'd put your jacket on and then you put this panel on and that would be the front of your jacket. So it's kind of hard to just describe alone. And I am in my drawing program. I could just make another layer quickly so I can just delete it. Okay. So you have like, let's see, back of the collar, draw some lapels. Lapels are the kind of collary bits, but it's not actually a collar. If you've never known what a lapel is, that's why we have lapel pins. So there you go, some terminology for you. Hopefully it sated some kind of curiosity. But yeah, so you have, and then you have like shoulders. Yeah, what I'm talking about is, so you'd have the neck here, and then this would be the front, and then you'd have like a panel. I'm gonna draw with very thin lines here. You'd have a panel in. That's what I'm talking about. So you have the edges of the jacket here, and then that's the panel. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Back to this. And I need to go back onto the brush tool. Actually, I might want to keep it out more zoomed out because this will be a model. So getting into like the nitty-gritty details isn't necessarily recommended because like you always want to keep in mind how whatever artwork you're doing is going to be viewed. That's just over here. Yeah. As let me think of the words. Because you can do a lot of details, but if no one's really going to see it, then you're kind of just wasting your time. I mean, it's one thing if you have it in a gallery and people can't get up close, but the person you put it in the gallery so it could be purchased. It's not just, oh, I'm showing off this piece of artwork kind of gallery. That yeah, you want to put those details in because sure, you might not see them on the display floor, but this person might put in a place in like wherever they end up hanging it or putting it that you can see those details. I guess just that's what I mean by keep in mind how people are going to view your artwork because you might just be spinning your wheels for not a lot of payoff, and I'd imagine like you have more art to do or you got your day job or whatever. Like you've got probably other things to do in your life than put in needless detail. I mean, though, even if that's the case and you're just drawing for the fun of it, then put all the detail you want in if that makes you have fun. I mean, if that's the point of your artwork is to have fun, then have fun. Alright. My attention is split between drawing and this. I'm honestly surprised I'm able to talk and draw so much. Usually I start talking and then I just only focused on talking, I will stop drawing. So that's why my drawing the first time around was so simple. Hello, Alice. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I started off a simple drawing because I was afraid. I'm like, oh gosh, what am I going to do if I do as I normally do? And oh wait, has this been drawing on the whole? No. Okay, that's. Oh wait, that's supposed to be. I had a moment of wait. Did I mess up? No, I didn't. We're good. Though I might want to get under the blouse. This is. Nope, not that bit. Booster, choker. Okay, I don't know where the blouse bit is. Where is it? Oh, it's down lower. Okay, that's why I can't find it. Going the wrong way on my layer list. Oops. Okay. I want to make this dark because if it moves around, I suppose I want to keep it not get lighter, just like right behind after these shoulder bits move a little bit in the Live2D model. So that would be bad. So yeah, and this is the booster thing. So that's what I was talking about. That's what I called. I just called it a booster because I didn't know what to call it. I still don't really know what to call it. Never has there been a similar item coming up when I'm doing my it's 1890 to typically, well, lately it's been the 1940s even, but I've been taking pictures of clothing from as far back as the 1890s to more, and my only recent pictures being 1940 outfits. I think there's been one or two of 1950, but I'm not entirely sure. Because the lady I work with, who is, oh, what's the word? Restorer? I think it's restorer. No, that's not how I want it to look. Switch to blur. Yeah, our lady where I help out, yeah, dress restorer. She's quite the seamstress as well. I've got a little pumpkin from her. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. She teaches me all kinds of things. I'm so glad I get to work with her because I learned so much. You learn an amazing amount of things just by learning about clothing. Because if you think about it, it makes sense why you learn so much. Because you learn about social things because from dresses worn to social events, you'll hear about, oh, they wore this fancier outfit because it was a bigger to do event. But then in this other event that would seem more well to do in the modern day, they just wore a normal outfit because they were a lot more common of an event, you know? And that kind of thing. That can just tell you about a lot about social kind of stuff. And then if you're able to figure out where people got clothing, that's essentially telling you about trade. Because to get clothing all the way from, okay, let's say you live down south, somewhere like, I don't know, Alabama. I'll use Alabama. There's just a song about it, so people are familiar with that state name, even if they don't live in the U.S., possibly. So they live down in the southern U.S., down in Alabama, and then you find out they had a dress from Paris. You know that people down in that area of the world had access to things, like probably a catalog or something, from that had Parisian dresses, and they had enough money to bring it over. And I could just tell you about economics and trade right there, and you're still talking about clothing. So yeah, don't disclose the history of clothing. It can tell you a lot. Not to mention, if you know the fashion trends, you can just look at a picture and go, oh, that is totally from the 1920s, because that's what they wore in the 1920s. And it could also be, oh, this is a newer design. Or maybe somebody's like, oh, this picture has to be this old. And you're like, no, it can't be that old because this person's wearing a newer style that didn't come up until like 12 years later. You know, this person would not be a trendsetter either, you know, that kind of thing. So clothes can just date things even real specifically. I don't know if I mentioned it on a previous stream, but I know for a fact that I can there are certain dresses I can label down to the year just because of how big the button sleeves are. Because in most areas of the world, if a lady had really just absolutely ridiculous size mutton sleeves, like it's bigger than their head, their sleeves are wider, just about as wide as their torso, that's the ridiculousness I'm talking about. Not just, oh, they had a mutton type sleeve. I'm talking like to a ridiculous degree. That is like very, very specifically 1895. I mean, it'll vary a little bit, you know, it might be a little earlier, a little later, depending on the part of the world you're talking about. But if we're talking about where that was any sort of the fashion, it's going to be around that year. So if you happen to know how much the trends lagged or not in a particular area, you can just look at the mutton sleeves on a late 1800s dress and go, actually probably be more like 1890s dress and see how close or not it is to like 1895. So yeah, that's a little tidbit there. You also can tell the transition between the 1800s and 1900s because of how thin or not the silhouette is too. Because there is something called, they call them Titanic dresses, which we would probably just call column dresses nowadays. And they were called that because that's what the silhouette of the clothes looked like, very column-like. So yeah, which my girl is not wearing at all. Fun fact, the top of this is kind of inspired by late, nearly the turn of the century, 1800s clothes. The sleeve, particularly right here, I've seen it on late 1800 dresses. That I should probably mention, I am not going to be able to show any of those photographs. I don't own them. I just take pictures. But yeah, I am a photographer of really like 120-year-old clothing. Not the oldest thing I've dealt with, though. That was, gosh. I want to say that's a newspaper. I think I dealt with a newspaper from like 1802, not 02, 92, something like that. I've dealt things with from the 1880s as well. Most of our I don't know if there's any clothes that are actually that old that I've dealt with. I don't remember such things. I've dealt with so many at this point. I think that's looking good. I think I need to put highlights on this lower bit of the blouse, though. I'm going to turn off the symmetry tool. That's what that button up here does, by the way. I've gone up and clicked it, but that's what it do. Makes me, yes, I want to use this tool or not use this tool, because I don't always want to do symmetry, but I have the symmetry on for everything. Sorry, I'm just thinking critically for a second. Yeah, I need to do a little more gradient on the left shoulder bit here, I think. Yeah, that looks better. And I think that's okay for now. We'll move on to another part. This is just that. The flaps are separate. Oh, you know what? Do I want to cut these up? By cut, I mean put them in different pieces, because I think I do. Because I do like, I will use the symmetry tool to make these parts, but I tend to color them different, not using the symmetry tool, just so they're not so one for one. Because having a bit of, to not have perfect symmetry all the time is a good thing in your art, usually. Because if you can just, if you like cut your drawing in half and then flipped it over and it looks exactly like the other side, I mean, if you want to do that, go ahead, then you've succeeded. But most of the time, unless you want that absolute symmetry, you really don't want that absolute symmetry. People will find it creepy. Can I put her head back on? It's a weird thing to say, but hey, this is art. This happens. No. Though I can, because I'm going to. Where's her hair? Oh, I'm going to use my grab object thing and be a smart person. Yeah, left side. And nope, that's not that bit. It's that one. Okay. This is what she looks like with short hair. Oh, did I not? No. Okay, that is colored. It's just not very. I might fix that right now. Okay, grab. That one's there. Oop, why am I zooming in? Sorry. Nope. Not on the right tool. I'm getting used to using the object tool because usually I don't need to use it. Usually I don't have this many layers in a drawing. Okay, that is the other side. Put a bit of shading on the end here. And then, ooh. Okay, I moved my tool. Hold on. Put that down. I wish I could lock my tools in place, but I don't know if I can. Something to look up. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah. Alright. Put some more shading on here. So it looks standing out. I don't think you can really see that, but subconsciously can, so it works for me. Alright. Okay, let her arm come back. Yeah, that's still going to be in the way. Alright, I'm gonna get the booster first. The details. Or maybe... No, actually... Alright, I was gonna do the torso, but I stopped because the shading, it didn't have shade. It just blended in, yeah. It's not blending. That's not blending in anymore. You can tell difference. More of. So, I'm gonna do it this way. And I don't have my symmetry tool on. Even though right now it'd be nice because it is symmetrical right now, so that is the point. I want symmetry right now, so I'm gonna turn on my symmetry. Looks like it's a little off though. Ooh. Okay. Doing this manual then. Alright, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah. I guess I could talk a little bit about the character. She don't have a name. I've drawn her twice before. That's on my DeviantArt, which I don't have a link to. Which I do have a link to my socials down below. If you're ever curious about where else I am. I just didn't link it, and I haven't gone and looked to see what people think about DeviantArt. If the thing about DeviantArt's calmed down or not, or if people really do hate it. You can never tell. It's like, is the tempest in a teapot gone by, or is it actually sticking? Who knows? I don't. I haven't looked it up. I do have one. I'm not gonna take it down. That looks like bruises. That looks really bad, but it's not. She's just got really pale purple skin. Alright. At least I think she does. Hold on. I'm going to... Oh no, it's in the yellows. Okay. I am just shading with purple because that's the opposite. It makes the... Well, if you use it correctly, it will make the shading more interesting. Oh, sorry, tired today. Go to yawn. That's been the case. Yesterday was very busy for me. I'm afraid my tiredness has bled into this day as well. Yeah, it probably doesn't look good so exact. Yeah, let's just do some gentle shading, maybe? No, a lot less. There we go. There that goes. And maybe in the corner. Nope, that blends in. I'm going to keep it light like that. So I'm going to make this. That's too large. A little less shading here by just using the base color. Because I'm drawing on a singular layer just because it takes less time. As you might imagine, doing a model takes a lot of time. Oh, I haven't done her upper arm. Let's do that next. Oh yeah, you can put a color to the layers down there. So that's just so I can have an easier time finding things. Which doesn't or always help, but hey, I'm trying to make my life a little easier. Alright, I want... Oh, that's her shorts. Oops. Yeah, she has just shorts. I don't bother to draw all the pieces. Oh no, you get to see all the secrets. Oh, that's not as far back as it needs to be. It needs to be... Hold on. Okay, there's that. That went down. Back right shoulder. Yep. This needs... Okay, come on. All the way down. Now it's behind. That's where it's supposed to be. Also click this bit. Now that's out of the way. It's easier to find things that are hidden because I just find where the little eye icon here in the corner or edge right there. If I want to turn it back on, I'm just like, I just scroll up and down. It's easy to find. Well, easier to find. I might want to clean up the shading more just in case it shows. Make it softer. I'm never sure quite how I do the rigging until I actually do the rigging, because I'm not that experienced with rigging, so I can't just think, oh, this piece will move, I'll move it this way. Honestly, I am a klutzy artist as well, because I don't remember how I do things. I don't actually have a... What do they call them? Trying to think of the wording they use, people or other artists use. I don't... Workflow. That's it. That's what they use. They use workflow. I don't have a set workflow for how I do art, which might be why I am slow at times. Probably need some sort of workflow so I can get faster at drawing. I know I'm not the fastest, but hey, I am making the effort to get better. Okay, now I don't... Wait, for this one I might want to do more shading than I normally do. I have to scroll all the way up. That's right. Arm. Okay, yeah, no, right there is good. That's enough shading. Shading down here. I actually don't know why I shaded up on the shoulder so much. Alright. That should be good enough. Well and good. That out of the way. And I need to go back to this one. And doing some blending. Despite using the airbrush, it's still a little harsher than I want in the blending. That's just how it be sometimes. That's just how it be. Alright, and get this one away. That one is behind, not behind the right thing. That's a lot easier to move around than the other one was, though, so yay me. Easy fix, easy fix. Oop. Do I have? No, I don't. I don't think I'm on. Yeah, I wanted one up. Alright, whatever. Oop. Yeah, I did mention that button makes it so I only draw on what's already drawn. Meaning you can't draw more if you want to draw more than what you already have. It's the essentially I'm gating, I guess you could say, the area in which I can draw. It's like the selection tool without actually selecting anything. I suppose is another way of saying. And I can only draw in the selected area. That's what it kind of does. But how it selects the area I can draw in is by what already exists, what is already drawn beforehand, before you hit the tool. Which I guess I can just show for anyone who's not familiar. Turn this off. See, it goes past the arm. I undo that because I don't want that there. And I turn this back on. And now it won't draw past the arm because that was what was already drawn. That's how that tool works. Alright. Already done the shading I want. I usually don't put shading around the joints because I don't know how to shade that and then have it so if the joint moves and have it still look good. Unfortunately, not that experienced yet. I don't really have any experience with actually moving the arms because I don't. Well, no, I just haven't seen a video on it yet. It's awfully hard to know something when you just don't know. Okay, that's the left hand. Forearm to go away so I can see. I want to make this a tad thinner, smoother. I'm not sure. Yes. Well, I'm gonna make it smoother because there's like a little bump in the arm. It doesn't look right. I don't really want scrawny little string bean arms though, but this is just how it have to be. And oh yeah, I guess where did I? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I have nope. That's a hand. I want to go lower, don't I? Yeah. So I have. Let me show you how I did this. It's clear. I don't know if it's clear enough to you. Yeah, I have the forearm here, which is just a copy of this piece, except this piece is I erased a bit so you can see behind it. Go wherever. Oh, I'm going to have to put the arm over that. Okay, that's annoying. But and then I have a water because she has water in her. That's kind of why I call her the water glass flower girl. And then I have flowers with some like little bubbly looking things. That's just how it makes her up. She can go transparent. Her whole person, she can actually just shatter like glass and then she can change form. Which doesn't hurt her because her actual body is like a little flower in her torso area somewhere. Usually. She can move that around too. It's like, oh no, she got stabbed where her actual main body is. Oh no. And she's like, no, I just put it in my arm. I realized they were gonna attack my torso, so I just moved. So yeah, she's an alien kind of species. I was just having fun. I came up the reason why it's just like glass water flower is because that was the prompts I got. I just got the words glass flower and water and ran with it, and this is what I got. So that's always what I call her, but I don't have a name for her. I'm tempted to call her Marigold because that's the main inspiration for the flower like hair. Well, not flower necessarily, petals probably more the accurate word, but her petal like hair is based mainly off of a marigold, and then I think a little bit sunflower it was. I don't quite remember the other flower, but I remember it was marigold. So I need to put in view everything else. Do I want to go up or down? I want to go up. Alright. Put all this back. Alright. And then right, I have the flaps higher. Then yeah, this is a lower blouse. I want her arms to be up more. This is the start of her arm. Yeah, that should be. That's leg. Reading on the side here. Where does the arm fits? Oh, that's for the back of the clothing, which would show on occasion. I think this is the last part. And I want to put that up above everything above the flaps, but lower than the booster. no, that's not gonna work. How I need to rearrange these. Okay, that's the blouse. I also don't want it above the blouse. Okay, new plan. Move the flaps down. They need to go. Okay, need that. Probably the lower blouse. These go under the arms. I think. Let's try that, and then I'll have to figure out from there. That doesn't fully work on everything. Yeah, back right shoulder. Okay. There? Is that okay? Is the layer still okay? And let me test. It's the same color right now. Okay, yeah, that should work. These are the front flaps, and then there's some back flaps because these are like side portions of her outfit. Yeah, that's still one piece, and I want to cut that into different. Okay, I should name these. That is on the right side of the drawing, but I'm going to call it the left flap because it's her left. When you name these things, you want to name them by the characters left and right because when you get to rigging, that's how the program will read it as. Actually, I think it's more to the point, less Live2D, but whatever. Likely the face tracking program will read it that way. So if you flip everything, the person's gonna have to remember the lefts and rights correctly, and it's better to just do it now than cause problems at the end line when you're trying to set up how, like, when you're setting up the eyes, because in the face tracking program, it tracks both your eyes. Well, it can, if you have it set it up to. I do. And if I'm trying to adjust the left eye and it's actually adjusting the right eye, that's gonna get so confusing. So it's just better to do it now. And yeah, this is, see a little bit. Yep, that is my right, her left. Back flap. Do. I don't know if you can actually hear the keyboard when I do that. I can get that away because that's the symmetry tool, and I might as well just not have it. I do have a copy of the whole symmetry tool across the drawing because it should. Pro tip: have the same symmetry line for the whole model. That's what this is. That is just me saving it in case I need it for some other layer I haven't made yet, or if I need to put it back on some other layer if I want symmetry. So, there's a tip for you. Let's see, where was I? Right. Want to get the blouse done. Oop, that's the shorts again. The shorts little icon in the thumbnail looks very close to the blouse. Just how high up or not it is. Oops. Flaps are easier to find. And then blouse. Lower blouse. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna click. Alright. Oop. Right. Not on the tool. I'm going to do that so much, aren't I? Again, not really used to. But I forgot to darken the rest of this. So it's not, if it does show up, it doesn't look terrible. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want I suppose, yeah, the word would be illusion. You don't want the illusion to get ruined because you showed, because it stopped being dark when in reality it wouldn't be that way. So you definitely want that. I need to get a drink. Hold on. I'm gonna look weird for a second here. Oh, I don't have my water bottle near me. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get up for a sec. Hold on. I'm gonna disappear. I need to get my water. I will be back soon, I promise. I am back. Let's get the visual back. Ta-da! Alright, I'm back. Got my headphones on again. And scooch in. I'm gonna make a lot of noise. Blah. Can get comfy again. Alright. Back to how I was before. I didn't realize I didn't have my water. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the welcomes. Yeah. Didn't have my water near me. Did not realize. Mm. Oh, that's so much better. I believe I mentioned before I got near my allergies, so my throat's a little roughed up and dry feeling, and there's not much I can do about it. I mean, even if I take cough drops or something like that, it's not really going to help because the underlying cause is my allergy, and that's just going to have to play it out. I've tried taking some allergy medicines, but honestly, the only thing I've noticed is it makes me feel sleepy, and that is it. It doesn't really help. I haven't noticed any of that, so I gotta try a different allergy medicine or something. I'm not sure, but that's a me problem. Where did the bit go? Right there. All right. Oh, I should put the flaps back on too. Boop boop. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all of her shirt. Now I just need to get this more leathery bits done. Oh, I need a color in her neck and choker. I should probably do that in somewhat order. Think really thin. Yeah, that got her neck. All right. I'm gonna make her head disappear again. Do. Head gone. It's creepy time now. Headless person. I think it's funny. Honestly, I've done this enough now. I'm not fussed by it at all. But I bet it really freaks some people out. Why am I zooming in again? I don't need to zoom in to do this part. I don't know why I keep trying to. I'm slightly annoyed at getting annoyed at myself, and like, why are you doing this? All right. Put her head back on. Does that look? Yeah. That way, when her head moves, there's some shading. I can actually just leave her head on a hindsight. All right, I'm gonna do a choker next. Again, I don't need to zoom in that much. I should zoom in a little though for this one. All right. Dark, light, and we're gonna start with the darks because that's what I feel like doing. So that's what's going to happen. Do. Oh, I did start another model. I don't know. Do you want to see the other model I started? It's a haunted picture frame because I've never seen anyone do one of those, and I figured, hey, it'd be fun to have the Live2D model just be a painting that's haunted, so you can have fun supernatural things like have it so the painting looks empty or just like a landscape painting, and then voila, there's a person now looking at you. I've already been thinking how to do it and whatnot. That's why I'm giving it a go because it sounds like I feel like I'm gonna have fun doing it. Well, oh wait, no, I want this on a separate layer because I need to adjust the opacity so it affects how dark this is because that's going to be an issue, and I wanted it about 20. Put that in here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But yeah, let's see. I do want more detail on the choker. I think I made it a bit too light. Alright. Let's make this a little darker here in the front. that will be more light than the sides. I think there is good. There. Now there's some texture and all that. Actually, might want to blend out the shadows a bit. Just a bit. Yeah. That looks better. In my opinion, at least. Alright, that's the neck and choker done. Oh, hello, Grandma Iris. I'm working on a model. I've gotten her shirt colored in. And some other bits. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry, yawn. I'm gonna make other people yawn at this. I probably have. Apologies. I can't help it much either. Actually, just realized. See. Oh, that's not gonna work. I don't have. Yeah. Oh, I need to turn the strength down. It's a little too out. Especially for this side. Move that. That looks better. Alright. I'm sorry, my little kitty just ran by. I'm gonna laugh. I don't know why every time they do that, it makes me giggle. When I notice that they just zoom by. I'm just like, they go fast, giggles. I'm a girl of simple amusements, I guess. Which is probably a good thing. That's what one thing I don't understand. People are like, oh, you're so childish, and you're like just having good old harmless fun, and it's just like, well, you tell me to always follow the masters. Well, the masters are having fun. Our kids. Why are you calling me childish? I'm copying the people who are best at having fun. Forget you. I don't know why that kind of has been bugging me lately, but there you go. It's a silly thing. But, like, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm not going to find it insulting if somebody says I'm childish when I'm having enjoyment. Yeah, whiners like whining. It's not even like, I don't even know why this is bugging me, because it's not even like I read a post or had someone say anything. It's just bothering me lately. Not so much, but now that it's been a bit since it first started to bug me, but yeah, like, I don't understand. Why is everyone think it's so bad to be childish when you're having fun? So what if you're an adult and you're having fun with, it's not like, I mean, adults play with their kids, don't they? They have fun having like tea parties or playing with the action figures or something. They still seem to, adults enjoy themselves when playing with their kids, I would hope. I don't see the problem in it, enjoying it. You had fun with a kid. If you have fun as an adult, just, like, let them have fun. It's not hurting them or anyone. I guess that's the main thing that's been bothering me, because it's like, yeah, it's not hurting anyone. Why is everyone so fussed by it? I mean, I'd get it if it got to an extent where it's like, okay, this might be a problem, but it's just like a bit childish. Yeah. Let adults play with Legos. Adults like building things too, you know. You can build things with Legos. Jeez. I guess that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's just like, why are you playing with Legos? I was like, because it's fun to play with Legos. But anyway, I digress. I'm probably talking about this too long. Alright. I think that goes to shading. Yes, probably. Actually, thinking on it, a lot of times when people are like, oh, this is more adult, I'm just, is it? Because this feels like the kind of stuff I had people do when I was a teenager and my classmates were teenagers. Are you sure this is adulting? Because it seems like the most immature version of adult stuff I've ever seen. And y'all are like twice, if not thrice, my age, and I'm slightly concerned. Maybe I just have too high standards. I don't know. I have not talked to enough people about the subject, but that's the thing. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, that these adult shows, despite talking about heavier topics, just come off as really childish in a derogatory sense of a word and like an actual not good sense of the word. Not just, oh, you're having harmless fun. That makes you childish. It's like, man, why? I guess that might also bug me because it's like, they're just having fun? Why do they need to be an adult when having fun? Giving your most people's definition of adult, I'd say be having a childish kind of fun is probably better anyway. Jeez. Anyway. I don't know if anyone else. Okay. I just. Maybe here? Hold on, I need to think for a bit more. I think I'm going to put in shading. I want that. Brush. Oop, not that small. I only wanted a little smaller. We made it much too smaller. And opacity, actually, quite a bit more. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright. And that. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Like this. Yeah, that's getting the effect I want. And then this down to 20, like I've done everything else. Okay, maybe not 20 for this one. That's a bit too light. Let's try 30. 35? Yeah, 35. Alright. Down, and now that's the blouse. Booster blouse thing. This thing. The chest piece here. I say chess piece, and now I'm thinking of chess, like actual chess pieces, like rooks and queens and kings and knights and all that kind of stuff. I've actually played chess. There was a chess club one time when I was in school. I did go. At least, was it chess club? I think it was. It might have been. They played chess, but it wasn't just chess club, and I forgot what they called it. So I remember now there was people reading, and they were playing other games, like checkers. And yeah, I remember playing that. Oop, I forgot. Let's do both already in advance because I'm going to do the other side next. Yeah, I can play obsessive concern with appearance, adult, creative and growing year, fun factor, childish. Definitely small world, folks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yep. There's just some things I just. It's like, all right, moving on. Jeez. Yeah. Having some self reflection, it might do some people good. Might do some people good. But I don't want to criticize them too much. What do I know? Except when they're being obnoxious. Then it's like, hey, if you're gonna make it my problem, well, you've made it my problem. I'm going to say something. That's another thing. It's like people are like, why are you getting involved? I'm like, because you made it my problem. Whether you realize it or not, I don't care. It's my problem now. Please stop being a jerk. It's actually kind of funny. Especially when you can explain exactly how it ends up being your problem, even though, and then they realize it's like, oh, I might be doing something not cool. Will you be using this model, or is it for someone? This isn't for another person. This is literally just me making a model so I can test out new features on Live2D, and I have found that I tend to learn more not by just fussing around with a singular model, but with Like, I do different models because, well, surprise, surprise, it's a different thing entirely. So, this is just for my own practice. I do kind of want to think about maybe putting this up for other people to use. Oop, did I just make another layer? Yeah, I made a layer one too many. Okay, easy fix, easy fix. I just deleted. But yeah, I'm thinking about just putting it up for like free use, but it's mostly just for my own practice because I do want to get good enough, or maybe not good enough, but comfortable enough would be the better word, I believe, in doing Live2D models so I can offer it as a service, I suppose would be the word that I can do for other people. You can hire me to do models, but I don't feel comfortable enough making them yet to seriously offer it. I mean, if you want something about really simple and you know it's not going to be like super perfect, or maybe not perfect's the word, super high quality or all that, like someone who's actually been doing this for a year. VTuber Mama Future Ambition. Yeah, it's a good way of summing it up. I would like to be able to be called a VTuber, some VTuber out there, and for me to be their mom, which is kind of weird for me to say that. It feels weird. Well, I should say more. It feels weird to say that. It's not weird. It just feels a little weird. I'm not actually a mom in the biological sense. I will mom people in this personality sense. But it is a little bit weird for me. Like, oh, somebody thinks I'm motherly. That's a new thing that I don't know how to feel about. But VTuber moms are a little different than like actual moms. But yeah, I don't mind being the mom friend. I don't mind being VTuber mama. Gotta start somewhere. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I've been streaming about an hour now. I don't know. I think I'll stream a little longer. I am drawing. I'm also, though, again, yesterday was really busy for me. And I am tired. It probably shows with how low energy. Oop. Redact. Oh. Is it? My iris hasn't said anything bad, though, before. Just the thing being. No belly button. Yeah, no belly button. What got redacted before? I just have it on the base. I don't have a person to look through my messages. Not yet. Not yet. I have a person who said they'd help, but I haven't needed their help yet. But it's just the base YouTube thing. I mean, what in the world combination? This is making me think of Final Fantasy 14 because sometimes, very rarely now, I'll just be talking about something, and it'll just enact up the what do they call this? The word filter. I think there's a little more direct way of saying it, but censor, the word censor will act up in the most bizarre times. And it will just like type it whatever we typed in again and just be really, and just stare at the word, and just our whole little group will just try to figure out what it is about whatever we just typed that's making it mad. And lately, usually, we just have absolutely no idea what is it's triggering the censor whatsoever. And we're all just confused. Like, what's wrong? There's not even, like, a curse word in this or anything. Why isn't it acting up? It's probably a curse word in another language or something. But we don't know. We're just confused. But okay, yeah, I haven't actually colored her belly yet. I'm trying to work down in somewhat order, which I guess this isn't. Yeah, really, it's very much shrug emoji. don't know what's going on. Oh, I need to get the wristband for this side. Oh, I'm already on the tool I want though. I think I got all the color. Is this the dark? Yeah, that's the dark. Okay. Why am I being so surprised? I was working on the same kind of fabric that little wristbands and this bit are made from the same thing. It's going to use the same colors. I swear I have a brain sometimes. It's like, I swear I can speak. I swear I have a functioning brain. But it's one of those days I'm just tired and it's just, I'm not working at full capacity. Because yesterday was tiring. As I've said before. Well, earlier, I should say. That makes maybe a little less aggressive. I don't know. Please forgive me. Again, tired. Yeah. Still rather do the work. I'd do it all again. Wouldn't change a thing. I can deal with being a bit tired. Like that. Like that. And then opacity. Go down. I think I want that side to be a little up. Alright. That should be good. The wristband has some detail now. I can speak. I promise. All you can do is laugh at yourself sometimes. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I might want to get under the hand. Maybe? Think about it. Thinking. Yeah, I probably should. I should also maybe... Oh, no. First, click on the object. Oh, it was right below. I should have realized that, given what I was working on before. Okay, first off... Okay, I want to click that off, or else this won't work the way I want it to. Blur the edge here. Blend. I was on blend. Should actually use the blur tool. Hold on, I'm gonna have to zoom in because the colors are so close. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. Hold on. There's 2 parts, right? Because I did the layer. Of course there's 2 parts. Alright. To blur this. And then this one also needs to be blurred. That's the top. Oh, I need to click it. I'm confusing myself. Way to go. Does this character have a name? No, I did not mention it earlier. I mentioned that how this character didn't have a name earlier. She has yet to get a name. I should probably have colored this, and now it's going to be a pain to color. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, she doesn't have a name. I've been tempted to call her Marigold, because that's the flower I used. But I also just didn't want to call her Marigold. I actually have had another character with that name, and I didn't feel like having her name be the same, even though I don't think there would be too much confusion. They're not set in the same universe, but still, I'm like, Goldie of the Locks. Well, she's not from the Locks, so that doesn't kind of make sense. But I also see your pun there. But she is a species of creature that structure is mostly glass, hence the glass flower up here. Because I had 3 prompts, 3 words as a prompt, and that was water, glass, flower. So she's got petal-like hair for the flower. She's got flowers. Actually, here, let me. You probably weren't here for it, but have a bit. So she has got flowers in her and water in her. So most living things have water in them. Fun fact, if you didn't know, most living organisms that I've ever met, certainly on Earth, are mostly made from water. That is not unusual to be have 70% or more of a body made from water. Yeah, there's a lot more water in things than you may think. That whole, you need to drink 8 cups of water in a day. Most people don't realize that you only usually need to drink about, I think it was like 2 to 3, because your diet as a human, you should literally eat most of your water because there's water in the food you eat. I mean, think about it. You dehydrate like apples and whatnot and other, a lot more other foods because like astronauts, that's the word, astronauts have dehydrated food all the time because it stores better and it's dehydrated so it doesn't take as much space, so it can store more of it. And it's just, yeah, there's a lot more water in a lot of things than you may realize. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, she, like Grandma Iris was mentioning earlier, she don't have a belly button. But that is because I was saving that for the actual coloring. I was going to color it in rather than draw it in. Dirty bags of water. Star Trek movie reference insert. I'm glad you clarified that because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have known. I'm not that big into sci-fi. Most of the sci-fi I kind of like is like, let's see. It's so high-tech to the point that it feels like magic. Because I would hope, as an Urion, given that I actually use magic, I really like magic. I like hearing about other magical worlds. I like hearing about how other magic things work. I like magic. It's not that big of a surprise. I would hope. Though, I guess if you don't know me, then that might be surprising. I am an Urion. I am from the Rift Between Worlds. We use a lot of magic. Alright, I need to click off this. Yeah, I will do what I like. Because what I like to do is not going to harm anybody. At least I sure hope not. If anything I did, I would not mean to do that at all. Oop, I am not on the right thing. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally color something I did not want to color. Oops. Alright. So that's her belly done. Oh, now that I'm low enough, I can put her arm back. Because I do like not having Frankenstein. And I'm going to put her hair bits. That's going to be right here. Ta-da! Yeah, I don't think you saw Grandma Iris. Ticky ticky. I don't think that would actually tickle her. Her main body is not what you see here. Okay, oh, I just have the shorts and the boots left to do. I think. Let me look at all this. I'm gonna give it a say. Oop. 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 I accidentally took my toolbar out. Hold on. Oh, jeez. No. Cancel. Oh, gosh. This is going to be annoying. I need to make this bigger. Oh, yeah, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, phew. I can see. I fixed it. I just need to put this back down. Make it thin again. Yes, very, oh no. I didn't mean to do that. I have the cord for my tablet. This might catch the sound of me moving this around. I have the cord of my tablet over my tablet. And I bumped into it, and it made me accidentally hit the toolbar, and I took it off. Because you can actually put pretty much everything you see here into a separate window. So, which can be very helpful, because customizing your setup, but also very unhelpful when you don't mean to do that. I have lost things because I don't know where I've put them, and I've had to spend like half an hour trying to figure out where did it go. So, yeah. Pros and cons for doing digital art. Digital art's very forgiving, but you can also very easily mess up your entire setup, which you can also do that in traditional art. Not gonna deny that. But at least you can see where it goes usually. It doesn't hide in the ether that is the digital space. Anyway. Alright, just shorts into boots. Actually, I want to quickly check. Are the shoes different? No, they're one big thing. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Like I couldn't remember if I could actually do that right now. Make sure I actually remember to do this. Because I have actually forgotten to separate pieces like this and have done a Live2D model, have gotten quite a bit in, and then realized I forgot to make these separate pieces, and now I have to deal with that because it can cause issues, mostly in the fact of how it moves. It's interesting to see your drawing process. Yes, I'm glad I can show it off more, but again, my last stream was not so great, I will admit. But hey, like you said earlier, Grandma has got to start from somewhere. Okay, this is my right, so it's her left. And her left, or my left, her right. I'm getting already mixed up. Good job, me. Oh well. Ooh, I need to move a bit. Ooh, yeah. And I hope, because I had, let's see, it was Frug. Had Frug mentioned that there's a lot of noise, which, oh, I should ask. Is there any, like, knocking noise throughout the stream? Or has it just been my voice and, like, the fan noise, which I'm pretty sure is still being picked up? Just white noise. White noise. It's just my voice and white noise. I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. Okay, there was no other sounds. I was moving around a bit. Hopefully that's fixed. I would appreciate some feedback on that, because, oh, something just fell. What was that? Oh, that was my fan. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look weird for a second. Oh, okay. I haven't heard anything but the beautiful sound of your lovely voice. Oh, you schmooze. But it is appreciated. Alright, I'm glad. That's good. Sorry I was quiet for a second. I had to plug in my fan back in, and that was a little harder than I thought. Okay, because I had my chair before, and in my previous streams, oh yeah, I changed the angle. That's what this little bar thing is for. Well, it does. And, yeah. Okay, train of thought lost. I really cannot. I should probably be calling it a day pretty soon, but I'm also really done. I'm really near done. Oh, geez, just proving my point more. So, okay, gotta laugh at myself a little bit. I'm tripping up on my words left and right, but I will get this. Okay. I'm glad the volume, that it's not making sounds, because I'm pretty sure I was hearing, because otherwise it's just like, you probably can hear that. That's me tapping at my tablet. Just so you know. I mean, I know some sounds are gonna happen just because it's like, oh wow, I'm making sounds near the microphone. It's going to pick it up. It's just, that's how microphones work. But I also didn't want, that was just to the point of being obnoxious. It's not just, oh, yeah, Leo's moving around. Of course there's going to be some sound. Leo's moving around. So, I'm glad that's not the case anymore. So, that's good. That's very good. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop yet. I'm not gonna stop yet. I want to get the shorts done, and I want to get the shoes done, and then I'll call it good. You'll know I'll be ending the stream when I go back to my little chatting view, and it's just my face in the chat log. All right. But yes, I will be ending soon enough. Because I am. It is starting to show how tired I am. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to call it soon. I have been wanting to only stream an hour, but I can stream longer. So I will be doing longer streams now. So that's good practice. So yeah, and now this goes to opacity down to, I think it's been 25. It's been working better. Yeah, 25. Yes, I will be here a little longer. I'm glad you're happy about it. At least I'm assuming that's what the heart little means. Oh, I would love to have little custom emotes. Oh, this is not on double side. I want it to be on double sided. Oh, both sides flipped over. Wonder, do I want to add? Nah. That is still the, okay, that's the texture. Put that down. Okay, now I'm on shoes. That's a back shoe. That's not what I want. Oh, that's also, hold on. Ooh. I lost where the shoe bits were. Oh, they were up higher. They were right under what I was doing. That's right. I'm a big dork. Oh yeah, this is the legs. Oh, right. I don't think I would have shown this. But yeah, her whole leg can go transparent. That's why there's a bunch of layers here. It's for that, so I can do this. This is going to be fun making all the meshes for in Live2D, though. I think I'm just going to copy and paste it, because fun fact, if you want two separate pieces to move exactly the same, make the meshes exactly the same, because that's how the program figures out how to move the object. So there's a tip for anyone who does Live2D. Okay, I want to separate these pieces because I want those separate. I didn't realize. I try to, when I make the separate pieces, that I'll try to separate them right away, because I was having problems remembering to do so later. Okay, so this is my right, so it's her left. You want to go, again, on your character's left and right, not, well, the left and right of whatever you're drawing. It may not necessarily be your character. Or else it'll make it a little not problems per se, but it'll definitely make it a little fussier later on. And later on, fussiness, or the lack thereof, feet more of. She has no feet, because I'm not planning on making her have different outfits. This is just me testing out the transparent, seeing how well it works, making this layered transparent thing. Because I was also, that can mean I can use this so I have like different marks or something on the character. You know, I can use this if this technique works out how I hope it does, then I can just use it for other things. I might have made the pattern on our shorts too much, but I've gone over, but I know how to fix that. I just come back in with the short color. I'm gonna have to make the flaps go away for a second. Again. And again, I have that off, the symmetry tool off. It's not helping because I want it on. Alright. Yeah, that's better. That's about how I want it. Yeah. That's looking good. Have you finished any other models than Leo Theo? Oh, hold on. My dog is telling my cats to stop picking on each other. Thankfully that didn't last too long, but Right, finish any other modes. Yeah, I did just... I want to say finish, but I found other things. I realized there are parts of the model that I didn't use and you can't see. Yeah. Yes, good doggo. Please don't let the cats fight. I say fight, but they're not really fighting. It's just they're annoying each other greatly. And they're telling the world about it. Um, so... Oh, wait. I need all the way up here. That's not it. Sketch. Okay, it's probably... Yeah, sketch is gone. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom in. Yeah, details. Alright. So yeah, when I have a sketch, I put it above everything. So that way it doesn't get under anything. I do have to turn it on and off, though, because sometimes it gets in the way, sometimes it's not in the way, and I really need it there. So, on and off. Yeah, I don't think you'll necessarily see me do sketches from now on. Not often, at least. Because I usually traditionally draw my sketches now, because one, it's quicker. It's a lot quicker. But two, I also feel like I draw better if I actually draw traditionally a bit. Because I hadn't done that in a while. Mostly because I didn't realize it was a problem because usually I'm in classes most of my life in school and I like drawing on my schoolwork. Much to the chagrin of some of my teachers. Usually my teachers are like, ooh, look, pretty art. But some of them just hate what, doesn't matter what you draw, they'll just hate it. I'm just like, you don't have to be rude, jeez. I'm not trying to antagonize you with my art, I'm just drawing because it keeps me awake. Keeps my hands busy. I don't have a lighter color for that. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure that out. So that is the base color. Move that over a bit. Make that a little lighter. Oh, I am not on my palette. Because I keep the palette separate. At least I try to. Sometimes I fail at times. 6 toes? She doesn't have toes. You can't see her toes. Those are like the teeth of her boots. That's the bottom of her boot there. Okay. Yeah, about right there. That's about the color I want. Alright. Yeah. You can't see her feet. Even through her shoes. Might be a little more obvious. I actually wanted that color. I colored over. And... let's see... turn up brush. It's a nice, very clean line brush, so I like using it. Oops. There we go. There's a line. There's another line. More lines. Unfinished details. Not really. I don't think I can make it any darker. Let me try. Because if I try coloring in black, it's already so dark you can't see any details in it. I wish I didn't separate the feet. I meant to put this in detail. Oh well. I meant for it to be symmetrical. It's not going to be, though. But that's okay. It's not a deal breaker. Well, not for me. I just remembered that there was details I had yet to draw. Which, oh goodness, the amount of times I am drawing and I forget to draw something and I think I'm all done and then I look back at my drawing and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot something. It's sometimes as bad as I forgot to draw my character's big old fluffy ears. That happened with one of them. Yeah, he had fluffy ears. Actually, he had fluffy ears and horns like I do. Well, not exactly. He wasn't an Urion, but I was a little biased. I was like, I'm going to give you fluffy ears like I kind of have, and I totally forgot to draw. Just like, good job, me. Good job. It's real bad because I've never done that before. I've never forgotten that major of a detail before. I'm just, uh, this is why I'm scared to draw detailed characters because I'm going to forget all the details. Will I draw my doggy? I don't know if I'll draw my doggy. She is a tiny little dachshund terrier mix. She looks more like a dachshund though, but she's got some terrier in her. She don't look it though. Not really. Unless you know what you're looking for. We had a dog somehow, out of all things, out on a walk with the pupper. I was with other people, and we managed to bump into a lady who bred dachshunds and terriers. I mean, like, what are the odds? And she just took one look at my pupper. It was like, that is a dachshund terrier mix. Did I? Okay, yeah, I did switch. I had to worry for a second there. I'm like, oh wait, did I just color that on the whole other layer? Which wouldn't be hard to fix, but it is annoying. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm like, what are the odds? Because that was our guess, and this lady's just like, no, it probably is. I've seen enough. I'm a breeder. I breed these. It was just out of all things. It happens to be the exact kind of doggy we had. But hey, small world things like that happen. It, it, it yes, life is strange. And now there's going to be some people thinking about the video game of the same name. I'm not going to play that, by the way. I don't have much interest in it. Unfortunately, it is not the kind of game. It's not my cup of tea. It is good. I have seen it. It's an interesting game. Just not every game is going to be for everyone, and that's okay. I mean, I know for a fact the games I really like aren't for everyone. I don't think everyone's going to love Dragon Quest Builders 2 as much as I do. I mean, it certainly didn't get as popular in the West as it did in Japan and I think other Eastern countries. It seems to be more popular as well, but not so much here in the West. Which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Just gotta roll with what life throws at you as best you can. I mean, otherwise, you're not gonna have a good time. And just things happen, unfortunately. Okay. Try not to rush myself, because once I am done with the shoes, I'm gonna call it a day, but I am getting tired. I need to stop saying that. You guys already know. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up soon enough. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to adjust a little bit. I adjusted a lot on accident. Oops. Alright, I'm going to use this. Yeah, that's better. Go like that. So hopefully that looks more like the side of the shoe. Depth and all that. I should turn off the sketch. That'll help a bit too. Sketch go off all the way down. Yeah. It's not easy drawing just because you have to pay attention to all these layers in digital art. Oh, that was the total wrong foot. Shoe. Whatever. Oops. Blend this a bit. Yeah, that looks good now. Blend, blend, blend. Get the colors to blend here. Alright. Straps. Straps need some dark. I'm on her right, so my left shoe. I just need to put some highlights in after this bit. And then I think that should be, she's ready to go in Live2D. Alright. Took me about an hour and a half. That's not too bad for me. Alright, yeah, okay. I can use this color. And get the texture. I'm gonna make it separate. Just because it makes life easier. I might turn on, what is the word? Special layers. I've heard people call them, but what are these called? No, it doesn't have that. Does that show? No, it does not show that menu. Okay. Interesting. Surprised it doesn't. For at least that one. Really am. That is a little surprising to me. Alright, and put this darker. Now I'm going to use overlay. You might have noticed the word changed here. That made it maybe a bit too dark. Multiply. Yeah, the thing about layers is that I've yet to find anyone explain them all that well. Okay, soft light. I want soft light. So even I'm not sure how they work. I mean, there's one called like burn, and that makes it look like it has burn effects. Or try to skew the colors that way. There's like darkening. It's like unsurprisingly, it darkens all the colors and stuff like that. But then there's some other more weirder ones, and I don't know how they work. It's not like, oh, they changed the saturation this way and that way, and I've tried messing around and I still don't understand. So it's basically go down the list and see what works. I'm not the only artist though who has problems with that. Alright, wait, what did I? Oh, I collapsed it down already. Oh gosh, I think I said soft light. Yeah, soft light. Alright. That'll be good for the shoes, I think. I'm gonna double check. Let's see. This is dark. I'm gonna have to turn up. Yeah, it don't really have too much, but I'll zoom in here. I'll just put a dark. Actually, I'm gonna use the airbrush. It's a little small. That's better. Opacity all the way up, and I'm just gonna put a darker line across here and the bottom. It's really not noticeable, but subconsciously maybe people subconscious might pick up on it. I'm getting annoyed at myself. I'm just like, please speak self properly. All right, that one actually might have been, oh, I didn't switch the shoe layer, that's why, you dummy. Okay, quickly do this. Hopefully that helps. And there she is. And I saved it. Yeah. And then it has, let me go through the effect. So now she'll have this little transparent effect as well. Just leave that. So yeah, that's on the model, and I'm going to have her have that transparent effect. And then, so hopefully I can turn it on and off, which is why, like on this arm in particular, is a little wonky. But that's just because I have to I've parted her arm out, and I don't want to do the mental gymnastics to figure out how to do transparent on a joint. So, like the elbow joint. Just because, no, that sounds like too much brain power for a beginner like me. I'm like, maybe when I have more experience, I'll just give it a go. But right now, let's just see if I can get this transparent thing to work. Yes, yes. But okay, give one more save. And I am going to go back to this. Back to chatting. Okay. Yep. So yeah, okay. I hope you enjoyed my drawing. I was having some fun. I was trying to keep more on how I was actually drawing. Hopefully that's interesting. I don't think I'm going to take a nap after this. I think I'm just going to rest. If I take a nap, I may not be able to sleep later. I think you might have heard my zipper there. I was putting away my glove and my tablet pen. Yeah, that's what they're called. Tablet pen. Thank you. I would love to have a name for her. But I think I'll have to figure that out myself. Maybe I should name her after a water flower. Because, I mean, like, she's a water flower glass girl. Or maybe I'll name... I could also go from the angle of trying to figure out what cities in the world are known for their glass making. And then, like, look at the city name and try to make it sound less like a city name and more like a person name. Maybe I'll try that. I'll see. I'll figure out something. Or maybe I'll just throw random syllables together that sound good. I'll figure something out. Lotus. Yeah, that's a good one. She actually, I've thought of 2 other characters that are this species. And I think that there's a blue-haired, more sophisticated lady. I think that would make a good name for her. I think she's more of a Lotus. I'll name her Lotus. She has a name now. I've never drawn her, but she has a name now. She has a name before the one I've drawn 3 times now. Oh gosh. This is the life of an artist. I could name her after something sunny as well, given that she has bright orange hair, or hair in quotes. Petals. I need to use the word petals more, because they're more like petals. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate giving a like. You know, give likes to the videos you like. Surprise, surprise. And if you like a lot of videos from somebody, give them a subscribe, because you might like their future content. You're a chatty when tired person. Well, it's kind of I'm a Vtuber. I have to talk all the time anyway. But anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow is more Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest Builders 2. So I'll see you then. So for now, like, subscribe to the people you like, not just me. And I hope you have a good time. Bye!